Shalom everyone, it's called Torah, it's Tuesday at noon, and today we're going to discuss Parashat Vayeshev, the parasha of the week. In this Torah portion, there are so many stories, and basically the beginning of the drama that I personally like to hear every year. Yosef and his brothers. It was not only a play, and it's not only a joke, it's a real serious story. It's a story about hate, it's a story about jealousy, it's a story about repentance, it's a story about responsibility. It's a story that tells us so much about dynamic in a family. It tells us so much about people and personalities, agendas, and personal needs and wants. So I would just encourage everyone to take a deeper look this year when we really begin our drama of Yosef and his brothers, what I will call the rise and the fall, and the rise and the fall, and the rise again of this beautiful family, the Yaakov family, and with all its various colors and natures. Today I would like to focus on one, what it seems to be little thing that I think can teach us a tremendous lesson. We all know that Yosef was sold to Egypt, and Potiphar, one of the ministers, I guess, in the Pharaoh's government, bought him as a slave. And Yosef became very successful, very successful. He really became the manager of the house, or what we will call in modern terminology, he became the CEO of the house. And everything was under his control. But one thing, his wife's master, she was out of reach, and Yosef respected it. And don't forget, at that age, Yosef was just 17, 18, max 20. And this is the time, as we all know, there is attraction between the genders. But at the same time, Yosef just kept his cool, as we say, kept his boundaries, and everything went well. When you think about Yosef, you think about a teenager that was sold by his own brothers, was not yet found by his own father, live in a totally foreign environment, an Egyptian culture, where he is totally alone and lonely. And he gets all this attention from his master, from his wife's master, from everyone. I'm sure everyone was saying, look at him, he is just unbelievable, this guy. Because according to our tradition, when Joseph became the manager of the house, Potiphar and his household became very successful. Yosef had this golden touch, that everything that he touches becomes gold. So he gets all this glory from this foreign culture when he was so hated by his own family. And then the moment comes. He goes home to do his work. His master is out of the house. And his wife, and the master's wife, is there with him. And she's trying to seduce him. And he is about to be seduced. And then the Talmud said something profound. The Talmud says that when he was about to commit his sin and to transgress his values, he saw the image of his father, Yaakov, comes to his mind. And Yaakov told him in this vision, dream, illusion, hey son, if you're going to do it, I will be very sorry, but you will not be able to be part of the family. It just will be something that we will not be able to accept. And Yaakov has so much influence on Yosef in this dream, in this vision, according to our Talmud, that Yosef withdraws and runs away. And the price that he needs to pay for that is years in jail, because his master's wife will accuse him in rape. I want to take this moment that the Talmud tried to describe and try to understand. Yosef, who was sold by his brothers, who was not searched by his own father, who was totally alone in this culture and was totally elevated by this culture, has a great moment to become one of them, one of this culture, one of this society that embraced Joseph. He has this opportunity. If he's going to be with his master's wife, she will obviously not going to tell, and he's going to get all the perks and all the benefits, and he's going to become even maybe greater than his own master. Who knows? He holds the key for unbelievable opportunities. And the Talmud describes that there is a vision that he has, that his old father in the land of Israel tells him, look, if you're going to do it, you're not going to be part of the family. If we were Yosef, we would say, family? What family? The family that sold me as a slave? I don't want to be part of that family. I have nothing to do with that family. But not Yosef. Yosef understands that there is much more than wealth and money and power and control. There is a sense of family, of a spiritual connection, of values, of purpose, of meaning in life. Yosef understands that all this money and all this wealth that is being presented to him does not compare to family. Even if it's a dysfunctional family, if it's even a family that we have obviously some issues with, and Yosef obviously have issues with his family, it's still a family. It's still the spiritual connection to Yitzchak and to Abraham and to God, knowing that there is purpose and meaning in life, more than just everything that you can offer me. So Yosef, when he holds the keys for successful life, puts them back on the table and goes back in his memory and his longing to his spiritual family, teaching us that when we need to make the choice, and sometimes we need to make the choice between two ways, between two totally different mindsets or two different societies, we need always to have in our little vision and a dream the faces of our parents, of our families, that bring us back and grounded us in what is real and what is important. Thank you, and Chanukah Sameach to you and your families.